News, my lovely, wonderful people. It's happening. We won't bow to blackmail. Lagos talks tough as Obi fault demolition. So, Lagos governor has replied Peter Obi, who says that our brother, Sanwo-Olu and the government of Lagos State should please do what they are doing gently because the people are going through a lot. They should not, stress the people even any further. But Sanwo is replying, saying, Peter Obi, are you the one talking like this? If you want to blackmail me, I will not fall to the blackmail. Don't worry yourself. You see this demolition, it must continue and nothing will stop it. Peter Obi said, well, we need to ensure that this thing is done properly, not now that people are going through a lot, not now that people are suffering, not now that, there's economic hardship in Nigeria. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like or share, subscribe, because it feels very much like the whole thing going on now, there's a political undertone to it. We won't bow to blackmail. Lagos talk tough as Obi fault the demolition currently going on. The Lagos state government has said it will not yield to propagandas as it enforces environmental laws in the state. The State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resource, Tokunbo, said this in a tweet after Peter Obi faulted what they've currently been doing. Tokunbo emphasized that no one could break the law and still benefit from it, as the era of how someness is completely over. We will not allow that to continue. Late Nigeria journalist Adeola Yusuf has, over the years, experience covering public journalism with all currently going on. The Lagos state government has said it is not going to bow to any propaganda or blackmail or threats. The former Anambra state governor has released a statement saying the demolition in Lagos for now is unnecessary and that the government needs to understand what exactly and see and feel what the people are going through. There should be time for everything, not now that people are suffering. The Lagos government made this vow on Thursday, November the 30th, through the Commissioner of Environment and Water Resource, Tokunbo. Contrary to trails of demolition structures in Lagos, houses and building structures, the government has said that they will continue to any building which have no real permit to operate and license to be where it is. The former Anambra state governor and presidential candidate of the Labour Party has said the harsh way the government has been demolishing people's home in terms of the economic current situation of the country could have waited for another time, as there is no need for the rush. They should have given the people time to relocate and look for something else to do rather than destroying all their hard-earned labor in a split of a second. So this is what is happening. This is what is going on, and every single person can see that it is time for things to begin to align and turn. As you can see right now, the Lagos state government has come to say, we will not allow the same thing over and over again, saying, the people built on foundations and on places where there were no real structure, and as such, it is wrong for them to have done so. Okay, so this is why everybody now is wondering and is asking themselves very serious questions if this nation, if things the way things are, if that's how things should continue. So my lovely, wonderful people, it is important that every one of us look at things more and understand where we are going. Okay, the demolition of people's property, is this the right approach? Is this how we should do it? I'm not saying if they have built on the wrong places, for instance, on canals, and what is preventing, the free flow of, water. Hence, there is a lot of water log when it rains. I'm not saying those things should not be done. It should be done. But now that you first of all, you identify it, and then the people are informed, letters are sent. If you need to give them a 6 months period, so that even if they want to remove the tiles in the bathroom, so they'll be able to take time and do these things and plan themselves. Not you coming with a bulldozer. The very first day you are coming with a bulldozer, when you just show it to them, well, this your house have no permit, hence it's coming down, and you begin to rake it down. it sounds that like there's a political undertone to it. It sounds like there are motive, ethnicity, as we all know, people are speaking and faulting the Lagos State governor for the decision they've made and how they've gone about making those decisions. So we need to be careful how we treat other human beings. We need to be careful. We can't just treat people very roughly and very harshly and think that we can just get away with it. If there's any time in our history where we need to be more kind to people, it is now more than ever before. And so nobody should take it for granted and just, keep quiet when somebody else is being hurt. You think that, it's the person's fault, but have you taken time to be sympathetic, empathetic, and really look at things more critically before you go ahead and make a judgment and draw a conclusion and say, "Nah, good for him." Who told you? Who tell you say, "Nah, good for him"? Have you really? People, it is what it is. It's just a very, very sad case that, these things happen. And guess what? Nobody's really speaking out for the people to say, what's going on here? How can people truly, even if they have faulted, there are still ways to go about. Nobody's saying what they have done is right, too. That they've gone ahead and built in places they shouldn't have built. That's not the case. But it's just ensuring that we are taking the right decision, the right steps, and we are not putting other people in harm's way. We have to be careful how we comport and go about, some of these things. We should be careful because these things, we are doing. These things we are doing, if we continue in this way, we will create a lot of enmity in the land. Okay? It will create a lot of enmity in the land, and the people will suffer for it, and it ought not to be so. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We must ensure that the right things are done so that people can live their life. Okay? So that people can live their life and there'll be no that hurt and people feeling like, they are being victimized. It's our nation. And the decision we are taking is affecting people, is affecting Nigerians, is affecting people all around. So we must be careful how we go about, because people are watching and people know. And we don't want that kind of, disposition. We need to be very careful, very, very careful. So at the end of the day, Nigeria can become a better place for every one of us. Yes, we must be very careful. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Remember that if Nigeria works, we will all enjoy it. But if things go haywire and we allow ourselves to be used, every one of us will live with the consequences of the decision we are making. So we must become very, very careful in decisions we are making and do not allow ourselves to be in harm's way. We must ensure that we take the right steps, the right decision every step of the way. Because at the end of the day, if Nigeria works, we will all enjoy it. Don't you see that way? Nobody will bother if you are Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. Nobody cares. If the country is working, nobody wants to know whoever that person is. Let's just have a system that works. Please don't forget you are important. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. From us is bye for now. Remember, you have a voice, and so we must speak out together as one. Bye-bye.